My God and King, how beautiful are your dwelling places, O Lord. And like a swallow longs for her nest, so long I after you. For the Lord is a sun and a shield, my hope and my song in the night. How beautiful are your dwelling places, O Lord.
Grace and peace to you from our Father in heaven and our Lord Jesus Christ. Today I would like to share with you a story about composing a song based on Psalm 84, My God and King. Many years ago, my friend Jeff Madison, who was a missionary in our hometown in Siberia, shared with me the idea to compose the music for this wonderful psalm. And when I saw the text of the psalm, I found a few images which was very close to my heart. And first of all is the phrase, my God and King, which became the first phrase of the song later. In my mind, this phrase have a deep connection with the story of Thomas. You remember when Thomas saw a resurrected Christ, he said these wonderful words, my Lord and my God. Second, text of Psalm have this wonderful expression, how beautiful are your dwelling places, O Lord. So in this song we see the connection between the ancient image of God's dwelling places as the temple and our Christian image of eternal dwelling places of the Lord, which we can find in the last chapter of the book of Revelation. There will be no more night in the city, and they will have no need for the light of a lamp or the sun, for the Lord God will shine on them. For the Lord is a sun and a shield, my hope and my song in the night. So this phrase became the main phrase in the refrain of the song. We are happy that right now this song is useful for the church, and many congregations use this song during the Sunday worship and devotional time. And I know this song is translated in German, in French, in Spanish, and Estonian languages, but the lyrics in English was composed by brother Mark Shipp, who is professor of Old Testament in Austin Graduate School of Theology, and our dear brother and friend. We are happy that a few years ago God gave us possibility to meet each other in St. Petersburg, Russia, and we start together this process of composing songs based on psalms, this ancient, wonderful message of God's mercy, His goodness, and His eternal places. How beautiful are your dwelling places, O Lord. I'm sure Mark have something to say about this song as well, and I would like to wish you all the best, and let God bless you and keep you.
Hi, my name is Mark Shipp. I'm a professor of Old Testament at Austin Graduate School of Theology in Austin, Texas. I was privileged in 2005, July and August, to go to St. Petersburg, Russia, and teach several courses there through the Institute for Christian Theology and Ministry. And there, in a chapel session for all the students, I heard the most wonderful, beautiful hymn I think I'd ever heard. And I asked about it afterwards. Of course, it was in Russian. And I asked about it, and they said that the composer was one of my students, Konstantin Zhigulin. I got to meet Konstantin. We chatted quite a bit. Told him my interest also was very much in music. And he sat under my tutelage for some time. I had been requested in the afternoons by the American missionary there not to leave the faculty apartment. And so I stayed in the faculty apartment pretty much every afternoon for 3 weeks. But what seemed to be a curse at the time was an unintended blessing, because Konstantin started coming over every afternoon with his Russian hymns he'd been composing and asking if I would help him translate them into English. And so we did. Over the course of those 3 weeks, we translated about 20 of his hymns. One of them was My God and King, Psalm 84. At the time, I had been thinking about beginning a psalm song project, a psalter, but I really didn't know how to begin or where to begin. Had talked about it with Mel Witcher and others that had become, in the course of time, part of the Timeless Project. But it was only in Russia during that summer of 2005 that I decided that with My God and King and some other songs that we had translated, it was time to begin what became Timeless Ancient Psalms for the Church today with those psalm hymns. And so we now have, beginning with 1 or 2 contributors, we now have over 110 people contributing to the Psalter Project, and a number of websites, a number of CDs, and around 200 recordings that we've done. So from small beginnings, we are growing, expanding every single day with our reach for the glory of God, and we're privileged to know Konstantin Zhigulin, his wife Lena, and the other members of Salom, his singing group, and they are very much an integral reason why Timeless exists today.